St. Peter's University men's basketball head coach John Dunn and student athletes Quadir Welton, Travis Weish, Chaz Patterson, and Nambi Anechionia following St. Peter's 77-51 victory over Furman University. Coach, an opening statement.
Yeah, I thought this win epitomized our team in the sense that it could be somebody different every game, and while we all played well and played with passion, we've been very selfless all season, especially second semester. And Nandi Anechionia gets hot, and then we look for him the next 3 or 4 possessions, and we get him shots. And when they cut it to 12, that was huge. I think our selflessness really paid off there. And then on the other side of the ball, I thought our defense was great. I thought last game versus Texas State, I thought our effort and our energy and our activity was one of the best that we've had all season. And I felt good if we did it again today that we'd have a good chance to win. And I thought our activity, our ball screen defense is tremendous. Starts with Q, and then the guys, the rotations behind point of the screen was great. So it helped being home. It was great to have a home game. The fans seemed to enjoy it. St. Peter's community enjoyed it. So it feels good tonight. But now we gotta get ready for a game Friday night. Coach,
is there any better way to describe St. Peter's basketball than the way that today's game started?
No, we struggled the last 2 games offensively to start the game, and we kind of got down, and some of that's on me. We're trying to run offense against good defensive teams, and sometimes you just need to be a little bit more aggressive. And we got down the last 2 games, and we got really aggressive offensively. And when we're under control and making good decisions and we're being aggressive, we're very good. And we did that right from the start today. And then we did it in the second half too. We didn't play not to lose. We played to win, and it showed.
And is that a killer instinct where it comes from having veteran players that have been through the kind of MAC wars over the years?
Yeah, I think so. I think what happens is, it's hard to keep your focus when you go up 26 in the first half, and it's hard to keep your focus a little bit when you get up big. I think we got up over 20-something again in the second half, and a couple of mental lapses offensively, a couple of defensive transition lapses. But when you have a veteran group, the key is how do you respond when the other team makes a little bit of a run, and we responded well both times. So yeah, that definitely played into these guys being vets.
Let's open the floor up for questions for Coach Dunn and the student athletes.
John, can you just take us through the process of how this turned into a home game? Obviously, this tournament is set up where the home team has to endure a large fee to host. How did this turn into a home game?
Yeah, we weren't planning on hosting, too much, but, once you win the first and then you win the second and it's the semifinals, and, the higher seed gets the choice if they want to host or not. So I called our interim athletic director, Dave Pringle, on the bus when we were still in Houston, proposed it, to him. He went to his boss, Anthony Skavakis, who got in touch with our president, Eugene Cornacchia, and I think they recognized that being that it's a semifinal game, a nationally televised game, the fact that we had good crowds all year, especially weeknights when school's in session, it was something that the community would rally behind. And we did, it was nice. These guys were great, man. They were handing out flyers at the student center yesterday, and not embarrassed to do it. It was fun, and then we had a little pep rally today, a 10-minute thing, but the community really embraced it, and this was a great crowd. Listen, I've been coaching 21 or something years, and I've been in a lot of arenas, and this was as loud as it gets. It was pretty loud in there, and it was a lot of fun.
For the guys, just what do you think about the atmosphere here tonight?
It was really great. My 4 years, this is probably the best crowd that we ever had. And, it just felt really good to go out there and just put it on a performance and come out with a W.
John, you and I have spoken about how you wish the season could go on forever, and now here you are, 22 wins and on the doorstep of a championship. Just how significant is that, and what does that mean from where this program has come the last 4 years with these 4 guys as well?
Yeah, listen, I mean, we didn't win, I mean, we won, we've always been gritty and we've always played really hard, we just always couldn't, we had trouble scoring the ball a few years ago, and these guys right here, like, they've never wavered, they've never, like, looked, and said, where else can I go, and do I want to try to get out of here, they just wanted to know how we can fix it, and when we're bringing in recruits, and these guys are helping recruiting on campus, and they were committed to St. Peter's, and to our basketball program. So, for these guys to go out like this, I couldn't be happier for them. They've given everything. I mean, everything. Listen, I don't have to beg them to prepare for games. I don't have to beg them to focus on walkthroughs and scouting reports and film. They just do it on their own because they want to win, and it's in the preparation. And the mindset, and I don't have to beg these guys, so they deserve everything they're getting right now. We won our last 10 out of 11. Obviously, we had the disappointment in the semifinal game of the MAC tournament, but the fact that the decision was theirs, seniors, if we were going to continue, if we were going to play in this tournament. I was not going to try to coax them one way or the other, and they wanted to play, and they wanted to keep playing because they get along so well, and they've given so much to each other, and they deserve this, and now here we are, we're flying to Texas tomorrow, and it'll be our last game one way or the other.
Coach Shahir?
Really for any of you guys, you mentioned how great the atmosphere was. How much more special is it knowing that you weren't even sure if you'd have this game 3 weeks ago after going out in the MAC tournament?
For us, it means a lot. It shows that our fans really support us and really care about us, and we need our fans out there when we're playing because it helps us a lot. We feed up their energy.
It was our last game. We weren't even supposed to have it, like you said, so it was a blessing for me being a senior. I didn't think I'd ever play on the court again. So the fans came out and supported us. I was very excited, and the energy was great.
Now, what is this experience getting to watch this group of seniors kind of play this season out? How does that then translate to kind of what your role will be next year?
They've been a great example for me going into next year. Every one of these guys have played really hard and given everything they had to the team. So just all I have to do is do the same thing as them.
Any other questions?
Yeah.
Josh?
Trev, just in hindsight, when you were being recruited as a high school kid, just what was appealing about this program?
It was probably my only look right away when I was a senior, but
You can say me, man.
I wanted to stick close to home. I was saying Coach Dunn really wanted me here, and he said pretty much that I had to come and work, and I had a great chance of playing. And I felt like it was the best place for me to grow and develop as a player.
Has he been kind of underrated throughout his career? He's not flashy. He just kind of goes out and does his job. Has he been underrated throughout his career?
Yeah, I think so. I think the coaches have recognized it the last 2 years and voted him, all league twice. But I remember when he was a freshman, and I think they were always talking about Marquise Wright and maybe kid from Marist, and I don't know who else. But and I used to always chime in and say, don't forget about Trevi, And I think I used to get aggravated with him as a freshman because he wasn't ready to take over the leadership role, but really as an upperclassman going into his junior year, he was ready for it, and other guys had graduated, and he's had a tremendous 2 years. Sure. He's been very good for 4. He's always been a great assist-to-turnover guy, but he's really been aggressive and all around, whether it's scoring and shooting for a high percentage from 3 and all of it, So he's finished his career really well.
Jaden?
John, this program's had some significant wins under your watch. Obviously, the MAC championship in 11 and some big wins in the regular season as well. But should you get it done Friday, where would that rank in terms of what this program's accomplished?
Yeah, right up there. This by far is the most satisfying and enjoyable season I've ever had coaching, just because of how selfless these guys have been. So, MAC championship was great, obviously, but these guys from start to finish have been so unselfish. They've just been awesome, and given their everything on the court and off the court. They get good grades. They're high character guys. They do the right thing with community service. Anything we ask them to do, they do it. No questions asked, and they do it with positive enthusiasm. So I'm going to really miss them.
And this is for any of you guys. How much have you just embraced this opportunity to continue playing, since I'm sure it was tough for that week or so when you weren't sure if you would have any more games this year?
You know, it feels really good. Like Chad said, to be playing again. You know, we never thought we was gonna play another home game, and you know, to come out here and be able to have our last home game and finish with a W, it really means a lot. You know, and like I'm just excited for us.
Yeah, just to chime in, I mean, we had a storybook ending here against Fairfield on senior, it was Fairfield, right, on senior night. We shot it, and we were so efficient, and, you know, that was gonna be our last memory of playing a home game, so, you know, we were kind of a little chance of messing that up a little bit, so it was nice that these guys, you know, came out and performed the way they did tonight.
Any other questions for Coach Dunn and the student athletes?
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.